So this is the room I cleared out last year for my gaming. I'll give it a tour. It's not set up in a pure gaming room, but it houses my electronics, and that's what's more important than having a pure gaming room. Most of the games are in my other room, but I didn't want to bring all my games here to display because it's not about having a pure gaming room, it's just having a spot where I could play games. And that's what I want to show you. The TV as well. So I changed out the TV. It's another TV I found last year. Completely works. And on my systems, if I find another cabinet, I could put one here and you get rid of the desk. But the desk here looks pretty nice. I do my comic book Disney sketches here, mostly like heads and stuff like that. And then I have dolls on display for now. I might get rid of them at some point, but I'm not going to come into collecting toys. They're just there because that's what the donation stores had a couple of years ago. And the TV works completely. It's very heavy for me to lift. I've been in the garage for about almost a year before I got some help to bring it up the stairs. And the games, I don't have anything for Sony. Super Nintendo, just started collecting more games on that. Tetris, I got over 100 on Tetris for lines. Some of my favorites are Bobble Bobble. This one is Lemmings. Battleship, I beat Battleship once. Friday 13th. I really enjoy pinball games as well. I'm going to try to get a couple more of those. Don't know if I'll start collecting on Super Nintendo as much, but I'll get some more. Sony, I don't think I'm going to start on Sony, but the system is there. And I got VCR hooked up there. Old style TV. Completely works. So just to show you it works. You have to blow on these to get them working, so it's turned on. Sometimes you have to blow on them. And down. And there you go. That's how it looks. So I'll do some gameplay as well. Push start. Whether or not I'll do some game posters, I'm not too sure. We'll see, because I'm not really doing much in this room. More of the electronics over here, like I mentioned. You got your Atari. I bought the new Atari as well. The Atari that I had when I was younger, the Rainbow Atari. Where did I put it? It's over here. So the Rainbow Atari controllers and all that. So this is a spot to hold old controllers and old media. Built these specific to hold electronics as well, and systems specific size. Not so much the box, just to hold all the parts together, all the Atari parts together, to hold all the Sega parts together, and all the joysticks and all that. I got a Sony 3 there, but I don't have any games for it. And the DVD players, VHS players, VCR players, a couple laptops that are not working. Either they're missing a hard drive or something like that, or they're missing a power. So I don't really use a laptop. I'm more of a desktop kind of person. You get more space out of a desktop for gameplay on a computer. And the small TV, I kept it. It's in the other room. More dolls here. I stopped buying dolls after a while. Because I've been finding them for fairly cheap. For about $5, $10 a piece. Back then, besides toys, never really show up at the donation stores. Mostly it's these kind of dolls or kind of plastic kind of toys, so I didn't bother with those. So I never really got a toy collection going. I never really find much Star Wars toys or something like that. and they're kind of expensive on eBay, so I never really got much into toy collecting, but I did get into gaming, and I'm not going to bring my game systems here, like the Nintendo games and the Atari games. I'm going to keep them in the other room. If I need to, I could bring them here and put a shelf back there, and put a top shelf here to display some Atari games. But for now, this is how this setup is going to look like. I just wanted to have a spot where I could sit down and play games, whether or not I was able to get an old TV or not. I had to use a modern TV for a while. Then I found this one last year. And I found a smaller TV last year as well, which I have in the other room. So the other room's kind of set up as well, but it's more for storage. This is the spot where I could do gaming in this room. So I got two spare rooms up here to work with. So this is the one where I keep mostly my electronics and a couple of bathroom stuff here. And then that's pretty much it. I'm not focusing on getting boxes. You need to displace out the boxes. You want to do that, you could do that for your collection. I don't care. I just wanted to have a little area where I could sit down and play old games, original cartridges. Even ROMs. I might buy a ROM player down the line for the games I did not buy. So just to have those hooked up and play the ones. I'm not going to be buying much anyway. Year to year, maybe I'll get 1 or 2 games coming in over the summer. I'm not going to really focus on collecting much games. I'm not going to be going hardcore into collecting more games, but just want to show you what I've done for my setup. Found the couch last year. It's a perfect couch, a perfect lie back, and it was a good couch. I did this myself, so it kind of got messed up. I was cutting something, and I rested on here and sliced it through. So it would have been a clean couch, but just for couch play, it's fine. Maybe I'll find a better couch next year, but this is a perfect sit-down couch. The backing is perfect. The other couch I have is a little bit more straight, so it's kind of harder for gameplay. But yeah, it's nice to have a couch, whether it's a single couch or a double couch. TV was a trash find, so it's really hard to find an old TV now, so happy that I came across this. Either they were moving or they were just cleaning stuff out, and luckily it works. And that's what I want to share with you, the setup. I got a robot there set up. May put a game poster there over the summer. We'll see. If I do anything here, it's not going to be much about putting stuff up. Just more about having a spot where I can store all this gaming systems and display, properly display all my electronics. So that's what I want to share with you. Thanks for watching. So, the newest addition was the Atari. But there's the system. So I have to move things along properly so I know where things are. Because I had the Atari Rainbow system ever since I can remember. First system I ever had growing up, so I had to rebuy it. See, if I start putting stuff here, then I'm going to have wires up here, I'm going to have controllers there. So that's why I built a shelf here, have everything in one area, all the wires together, and now if I decide to move it down a shelf, then wires I don't know for where they are, all the wires need to be properly with the proper system so I don't lose them. Because buying old controller, you're paying at least 20-30 bucks, sometimes more. So if you lose stuff or break stuff for an old system, you're going to be paying a lot to buy things back. So you got to properly space them out. So little cubby holes like this are perfect to store all the wires and controllers with the proper system. Not just junk them all together like this. So you move one thing down, move one thing up, and wires from the Atari are up on top, and the Atari is down below, and it kind of gets lost down the line. So you gotta properly store things. So I'm gonna probably put some dividers here as well to divide things up. And so there's a small cubby hole. I think I'll do that. It's kind of wide, so it's going to be hard to find good pieces of wood. But or build this one a little bit shorter. But then a one like this is nice, store pieces properly. So it's the main thing I wanted to show you. Proper storage is important. Store your wires together with your older systems. They're very hard to come by now. And share with you the TV setup. Thanks for watching.